Hello, everybody.
This
It's me again.
And
Well,
it's also me again.
And today we're going to be discussing about the Nintendo Direct today.
Well,
Very.
it was more like... Oh, today we're going to discuss the Nintendo Direct that happened last Thursday. Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, pretty much. Right now, alright. Let's go ahead and start talking about it. Now some of this...
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, you know, why not? I'm actually kind of excited for one of the games that I'm actually pretty excited for that the Nintendo Direct has shown is actually the Luigi's Mansion remake. I'm actually kind of excited for it because no one really, that game is very, very underrated, very, very much underrated from what I've heard.
How would it be underrated though?
Well, a lot of people say that the original Luigi's Mansion was not that good, for some people at least, because it's how do I put this? A lot of a lot of people didn't really like the mechanics of the game, but I've never really played it before. But it seems pretty interesting, actually. Oh crud! But sorry.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, nothing. I just I messed up on something. I died. Sorry. But I turned off the emulator. But trying to think. They didn't really like the controls all that much. They didn't really. It was just mostly the controls for that game. They didn't really like, I would say, but I never really played the first game. I've only slightly played the second game because remember that multiplayer part of Luigi's Mansion 2. That was that I did play that at least. I kind of got a feel for the controls. It wasn't that hard to get used to, but I mean GameCube controls I would see kind of being a problem though, because in order to capture a ghost, you gotta jerk the joystick back to make it lose health, so it can go into the vacuum and be sucked up and stuff. But I hope with this new remake they're gonna do the same thing that they did in the second game, where they have this kind of a meter that helps drain the health away. Because that was actually a very, very helpful thing to get rid of ghosts quicker, and it wasn't really much of a problem. So I hope they do that. So, what do you think about the remake? Do you think they're gonna do it? Do you think it might be good?
Well, whenever I first saw it, no offense, but I think it's kind of got dumbed down a little bit. It's if you look at the footage, it's just that everything looks so pasty and flip animation thing, jig, ting.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, it's kind of a downgrade. It's kind of a downgrade because they did put it on the 3DS. It does. It does have good graphics. I've seen some pretty good-looking games on there. I'll tell you that much. But just looking at it, they need to make sure to make the graphics look just as good as the GameCube could, but just up the ante a little bit, kind of upgrade more of it, because I know the 3DS has the capability of doing that, which, honestly, 2 Zelda games on there, from what I've seen, they look amazing. They look great, and I think they can do the same thing with this game.
Yeah.
But, also, I really hope they fix some of the mechanics from there, because a lot of the time, it seems like when you're trying to capture a ghost or something, it just seems like you're having a much more of a hard time trying to grab the ghost, and you're being think about this, you're you're a cow, a bull rider, and you're riding on top of the bull, and you're struggling trying to get it to just staying on. It's kind of like that. Like you're just trying to get the ghost into the vacuum, and it's really finicky at times from what I've seen.
Well, on the upside, bull riding doesn't last. Well, it only lasts 8 seconds. But here, I guess it could take anywhere from 3 to around 10 seconds.
10 seconds, 40 seconds, 50. It just depends on the ghost's health, because it does have a counter for it.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I hope they do a good job with this. I really do, and that's all I hope for this one. If I had to say anything else, I would say up the ante on the graphics, get a better control scheme, add some new stuff in there. Like, just but make it very familiar to the old one, because like, excuse me again, but to be honest, I hope they fix some things in there, because it's like some of it was kind of buggy. Because like there's this one infamous glitch in the game to where it looks like Luigi's shadow was hanging himself. Did you hear about that glitch?
I think everybody heard about that glitch.
Yeah. I hope they fix something like that, because like the original game had some glitches that were not that kind of broke the game a little bit, but I think a lot of speedrunners would want to have those glitches, though, you know? Because I've never really seen a speedrun on it, but, like, I guess some glitches in that game would have helped them, but really, I just hope they kind of fix it to where, like, it doesn't feel kind of broken, if you know what I mean. But, I guess we're done with this one. I think that's all I can say about it. But do you want to talk about the next game? Your first game?
Alright. Alright, guys. This may cause you guys to question what happened to me for the 3rd time, but I'm actually kind of odd at how good-looking Mario Tennis Aces is from the looks of how the direct went. It's like, it's got some really interesting strategy that it has to offer. For instance, slowing the game down so you can aim your final shots on your opponent, and also so that he could chase after whatever balls might be flying.
Yeah.
And also some of the strange characters. It's like
a chain chomp.
A chain chomp.
Oh my gosh, a chain chomp. I'm so surprised. And Mario actually has hair. Oh my gosh. I thought he was a balding man. He actually has hair.
Well, speaking of the Wario Bros, I kind of wondered what had happened to their clothing style. It's like, they looked a lot better with the overalls, or in Wario's case, the biker
outfit.
The biker outfit from his games.
Oh yeah, the WarioWare. Oh yeah, which they are making a new one, so just mentioning that. But go on.
Oh yeah. And also so much Christian Ward in using those time-altering moves. It's like, you could land a finishing blow on your opponent using a tennis ball and break their racket, or they could block it and keep the game going. This might go on for some very hype moments whenever you're playing this.
Oh yeah, I would definitely say that as well. I would, because like, from what I've looked, from like all the gameplay mechanics from that game, it looks pretty interesting. I'm gonna say the least. That looks good. I actually am excited for this Mario Tennis game, because like, I've really not played any of the sports spin-offs besides like Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games or something like that, you know?
Yeah. But Nintendo had to make it up for the Mario Tennis fans for what happened with their last games. Let's not mention that, though.
Yeah, from what I've heard, it didn't go very well, because I'm not much for the Mario spin-off games. Except maybe, like, Party and Smash Brothers, of course, but, I don't really have much to say about it, honestly.
Alright, so shall we go on to your next topic?
Oh yes, we're gonna go. Oh man, I'm gonna go completely fanboy, but they're putting the Insane Trilogy on the Switch. Oh my gosh! Yes, I love Crash Bandicoot. I love Crash Bandicoot. Oh, my childhood is burning with excitement. I can't wait. I actually really want to play those games. I actually, here's the funny thing. I actually have one of the original games with me right now. Actually, it's Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. Love that game. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun. And I know you don't have much experience with the Crash games, but if you decide to get a Switch, and you need to get that game, you're gonna love it. It's like, it's really good. You might like it. I promise, you might like it, because from the gameplay I've seen, they kind of downgraded the graphics a bit, but they still
downgraded the graphics.
Like they had to fix it for like the Switch to where like it could run, you know. They had to get rid of a few things like the fur off the character models. They couldn't run on there, but like they still look pretty good. If you look at the trailer in the Nintendo Direct, it looks really good. I'm actually surprised they're actually going to be putting it on the Switch. Along with, they're going to be putting it on the PC, the Xbox, and of course the Nintendo Switch, like I said, and I think that's pretty much it. I think.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for now.
Yeah, that's pretty much like all the ports that I can think of right now, but I'm excited. I actually have a story to talk about Crash. It's kind of how I kind of started getting into Crash. I was at my cousin's house one day, and it was his birthday. And at the time, I barely had any knowledge of Crash Bandicoot or any other PlayStation hero like Ratchet and Clank or Sly Cooper or anything like that. So, at the time, one of the presents he got was a collection of 3 Crash games. It was Crash 4, or Wrath of Cortex, Tag Team Racing, and Crash Twinsanity. I believe the first one that we actually played out of the collection was Twinsanity, which I do have a copy of. But from playing that game, I really enjoyed the game. I really did. I loved playing through the levels, and I actually recently been watching a Let's Play of Crash Twinsanity on Clement's channel, if you know who Clement is anyway. But he's recently been doing a Let's Play, and it just brought me back. Brought me so much memories. Brought me back to memory lane, and I just, oh man, I hope one day they remake Twinsanity, because that's a good game. Because and a lot of stuff was cut from it. And to keep moving forward instead of getting off topic,
like we did on the last video.
Yeah. But I think like a year later, I got a Game Boy Advance game from one of my family members. It was called Crash Bandicoot in Huge Adventure for the Game Boy Advance, and I fell in love with that game. It was good. It was really good. I loved playing that game. And I still play to this day, to be honest, and I've really enjoyed it so far. And if you ever get the chance, guys, go look for it. It's really good. But like at certain points, it's not, because like I do have some critiques about it, because once you get older and you start looking at some of your nostalgic games, you start to really look under the hood, I guess, if you know what I mean. Like, kind of go by bit, like looking at it, and it's like there are like some things in there that I don't agree with, but yeah, that was actually my first, like technically it was my first game, and that Crash game I've ever owned. the next game I actually played that was a Crash game. It was called Crash of the Titans, and I know how infamous that game is, along with Wrath of Cortex. But I actually enjoyed that game. It was kind of a beat 'em up platformer, if you know what that is. It was really fun. I actually liked that game. I actually still have a copy of the game with me. It's on the Wii, and I still enjoy that a lot, except maybe one game. I can't remember which one it was, but I had a lot of fun with it. But enough of my rambling. Let's go to the next game before I keep going off on a rant about my nostalgia.
So the next topic is, it's something that I call the desegregation of Inkopolis. They're full-fledged, allowing Noctilings to live there. Maybe.
Oh yeah, I did see that. That was pretty interesting. I found that very, very interesting. I'll say that much. I hope they do well with that. I hope they really do. I'm not much for those, Call of Duty-esque games, because it's like, technically, it seems like, it's like Splatoon for me. It seems like one of the, like Nintendo's Call of Duty, basically. It seems like one of those big capitalizing gaming series, like Call of Duty, Battlefield, something like that, but from the looks of things, it really isn't. I've really not played Splatoon all that much, but it looks very interesting, and the story seems really good too. And I hope they do really good with this, to be honest. And I hope they don't mess things up like certain other divisions of gaming. Other companies have messed up on like a.
But this is Nintendo we're talking about. With their first-party games, with their first-party main series games, they'll succeed,
They usually do. I'll say that much. They at least do that. I'll say that much. They do a pretty good job on the first-party games.
Yeah.
I hope they do very well for their DLC as well. So, yeah, do we want to go to our next point, or do we just want to keep talking about this?
Maybe we'll actually talk about what we've noticed from that whole section.
Oh my gosh, the whole thing was hilarious. I loved the trailer. It was like the Octoling girls walking slowly, the song that was playing over it. Oh my gosh, I loved every minute of that. That was so funny. Hold on.
Yep, It's actually a really good satire of every action movie trailer ever, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I definitely believe that was kind of a compilation of, like, action movies, slow motion action movies, but if, like, you know what would be funny? If they had, like, explosions of ink in the background. Oh my gosh, it looks like Michael Bay has just invaded the Splatoon world.
No, let's not think about that, alright? Please, no. Oh, gosh.
Okay.
So, you alright then?
Yeah, I'm good now. But,
alright. Let's go on to the next topic, shall we?
Before we get an entire internet war.
Oh no, that wasn't an internet war. Okay, next topic.
I believe, did we want to talk about Undertale? Or did we just want to skip that one?
Yeah, let's skip that one. All I ever wanted to say about it is that they were too late.
Yeah, they were pretty much too late for that. But,
it's like, the majority of the internet's fan base has died down of Undertale as far as I know.
Yeah, honestly. But you know what I am surprised about?
What?
They put a South Park game on the Switch.
I wouldn't be so surprised.
I mean,
it's like...
South Park is pretty much known for having really, really raunchy humor. I mean, seriously. But on the
Whenever-
Nintendo Switch?
Whenever the team behind Bayonetta 2 had to make their game on the Wii U, Nintendo let them do whatever they want.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, still though, I mean...
Freedom of game development, man. Honor it.
Yeah, you're right, but still! Oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine a kid picking that up in the store, trying to play that game, and they go through the game, because I've actually watched an entire Let's Play of that. Oh my gosh! So much humor, so much adult humor, and like, oh my god. On the Switch, and it's a kid, oh boy. Oh boy. A lot of controversy, but they're mostly known for making controversy. It's South Park, it's gonna do that.
Yeah. And one of the only things I really remember from that game, besides it being an RPG about South Park, is that it's a difficulty scale.
The difficulty scale, oh god. Let's not get into that, oh my god.
Yeah.
Let's not get into that. The difficulty scale, but like, you know what, let's not talk about it, okay, because some of our viewers would not understand if they like, unless they watched it. I mean, honestly, to be honest. But, I'm a little worried about what's gonna happen with that game, but that's pretty much it for my point.
I guess it's more like the intended, I can English today. The intended audience who will pick up the game, play the game, enjoy the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not as surprised.
Occasionally make a bad joke about it, play the game some more.
Oh yeah, and plus the all the DLC that's gonna be on there is free, so that's good. That's good enough.
Nice.
Also, weren't they putting another game on there that was kind of infamous for being very, very like scary? What was it called? Little Nightmares. That's it.
What? That was scary.
I mean, if a kid was playing that, I mean, that would probably be pretty scary.
Yeah, I guess cannibalism is pretty scary.
Oh yeah, seriously.
But I guess it's a good thing I'm protected from all cannibalism, because my hair's pretty greasy, and I heard that cannibals don't like fast food, so I'm safe in that department.
Amen to that, brother. But, alright, let's get to our final point. The reason why we're here, and why we're gonna talk.
Aren't you going to do your other topic, or...?
I think that's pretty much it for me. We might as well just go ahead and head into that topic, because, like, everybody's been waiting for something to talk about. They finally did it. They, I can't believe it.
They finally did it.
They're putting Smash on the Switch. Oh my god.
Even though everybody probably saw that coming. But some people didn't see it coming like me. It's like, I didn't think Sakurai was going to put himself through that development cycle again.
Plus, it's been 4 years since the last release Smash Brothers.
And Sakurai's done it shorter. Like the time between the original Smash Bros. And Melee.
That was about...
a year.
A year?
Yep.
Wait, didn't it come out? Hold on, let me
The
look
original came out in 1999. Melee came out in 2001. Well, according to the copyright dates, anyway.
Yeah, you're right. It came out a couple of years later, actually, because it came out in 2001.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like
And
I
then
said
7
on
years later.
the upside. Wait, when did the last major update for Smash 4 come out?
I have no idea.
That was released July 8th, 2017, so that might be an even shorter time frame, even though the Smash for the Wii U came out in 2014, the updates kept coming until July 18th, 2017.
Yeah, I mean...
Smash 5 is gonna come out a year later. Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh boy. I think... I don't know, to be honest. I'm not even sure whether it's going to be a port, or it's going to be, like, a full-on new sequel. If it is, I'm gonna be excited because, like, judging by the trailer, it looks like a new game, doesn't it?
Kinda does, actually. And if you go on their official site, it appears that HAL Laboratory is helping Nintendo out once again with Smash 5. Not sure about Bandai Namco, though. Alright, I have easy access to the official website. And yeah, it's only Nintendo and HAL Laboratory for now. What happens next could easily be put into a whole nother video. If you want to see what happens next, then comment below, or give this video a like. Whatever your beliefs are, anyway. So, do you think we should end the video off on this note? Please don't say no.
Yeah, let's just go ahead. Down in the comments below, tell us some of the games that you're looking forward to. I'm at, besides me for Crash, I think in Smash, I think maybe the South Park game, because it looks pretty interesting. I hope it does well on the Switch, but
It probably will.
Probably will, because South Park fans are gonna love that. Like I said, down in the comments below, tell us some of the games that you're looking forward to. Also, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and all that old YouTube shtick. So yeah, thank you guys so much for listening to us bozos banter about other things and video game stuff.
Well, I'll see you around, not literally.
Yeah. Yeah, see you guys. Bye.